What's up, everybody? So video request for today, basically how, let's say for example, a female gets depression, how we all care for them, which we should. But let's say a man gets depression, we're known to be weak, we're known to be pussies or whatever you want to call it. You know, you're supposed to be strong, man, you're a man, don't be a faggot, or, you know, like you get those type of insults. Meanwhile, it doesn't really matter if you're a male or female. We both develop those type of illnesses. A male can get anxiety, a male can get depression, a female can get anxiety, a female can get depression. So it doesn't really matter what sex you are. These are problems that could happen to either or. But it's like we look out more to women with their problems than we look out to men, supposedly, you know, when it should be equal both ways. I feel like we should both be getting support. It's like I'm not down for just men getting support and females not getting support, you know, so I feel like it should be even. It should be equaled. That's the thing. Men go through more hell in certain ways. I mean, I'm not sitting now being a woman, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's tough. You got to put on makeup, all that shit, you know, getting ready. I can imagine the horror and the, you know, the time being wasted going through all that, you know, having to do yourself up nicely. But what I'm trying to basically say in this particular video is we should all be treated with respect and dignity. But that's the thing. It's like girls feel they're better. So I'm not saying all girls, but like some girls feel like they're better than men, or some men feel like they're better than girls. I mean, I don't fucking know, but I feel like we're human beings no matter what. Whether it's a female, whether it's a male, he or she should be treated respectfully. That's how I look at it as. But I guess other people don't look at it that way. A lot of people don't look at it that way. A lot of men just look at women as sex toys. In other words, like sex objects. Like they don't see them anything else. Like they don't see them as, you know, a human being. They're just more known in their head. They're just more known like, oh, they're just sex toys to us, you know. Well, yeah, I can't stand them, I just like them for sex, or, you know, just whatever, you know. And I'm against that too. So it's like I'm looking out for women in that way too. So I'm trying to defend women in that cause, you know, like it's not right how we think that way, you know. But you know, there are things where women, like for example, let's say when you're in a relationship, and this happens a lot of times, where whatever even happens, I'm just saying as an example, let's say the woman, like let's say the boyfriend texts the girl and the girl doesn't answer for like an hour or so, whatever, then the guy starts getting all dramatic or whatever the hell, like, babe, where the hell have you been, man? I've been texting you, where you got me worried sick. Oh, stop, it's not a big deal, relax, I was just whatever. But the funny thing is, if it's the other way around, where the girl texts the guy and pretty much same thing happens, the girl gets all crazy, yelling at the man, saying, you piece of shit, or whatever, like, don't ever do that to me, what are you, cheating, or just whatever. So it's like, we make a mistake, we're automatically known as piece of shits. But girls can make tons of mistakes and it's totally cool. It's nothing to, you know, nothing bad to look at, basically, to them, you know. And I disagree in that way. Like, I feel there should be rights in both genders. That's the thing. Now, I'm not saying all girls are like that. I'm definitely not saying that. But I'm saying there are a lot of girls where they try to make the man look like the piece of shit. Hey, I experienced it in my life. But, you know, I'm anything but a piece of shit. I try to be as real as I could be, man. You know, I mean, I'm just speaking what truly I feel in my heart. You know, that's basically who I am. And that's who I intend to pretty much be for as long as I live. But, yeah. Like, there was funny things where with my ex at the time, where I used to go on like a FaceTime call, and she didn't answer or whatever, or she did answer and she says, hold on, I'll call you right back. Never did. I didn't get all crazy about it. I was just like, whatever, maybe she got tied up with something. But then there was a day where I did the same thing, not meaning to. It was just like I was on the phone, but then I was hanging out with friends or whatever. And then when I got back super late, guy friends, not girlfriends, guy friends. You know, and then when I got home, it was like super late. I was tired, so I went to bed. The next day, I woke up. She was all pissed off because I never called her back. But meanwhile, how many times do you do that to me? But that's okay. That'll slide. But if I do the same exact thing, boy, oh boy, that's a whole different story, man. It's unacceptable. I can get away with it because I'm a girl. Us girls could do whatever the hell we want. You men better not, you know, disobey us or whatever. This is where I'm trying to get this all as, like, hooray for them, the hell with us. They can make mistakes and it's totally fine. But if we make mistakes, boy, man, we're no good. We're pieces of shits. We're scumbags or whatever. That's crazy. It should work both ways. If a girl does something wrong, they should admit that they're wrong just as much as when a guy does something wrong, they should admit the same thing. So basically what I'm trying to say out of this whole video is we should all be treated equally, respectfully. Whether we're females or males, shouldn't matter. We should all be treated and have, we should all have respect towards one another. And that's the thing, we don't. And it's just in general too it's just how it is in general. Even like just other guys in general treat other guys like shit too. So it's not even just different sex or whatever, but like it's just people in general just treat each other like complete shit. You know, it could be the same sex. Females treat other females like shit. There's males that treat other males like shit. I feel we should all, well, obviously we should all, but of course it ain't gonna happen. We should all be treating each and every one of us with respect. The way you care for yourself is how you should care for someone else. In other words, with that being said, like you care if someone does this certain thing to you. Like, you won't like it, so why do that to that person? Why make that person upset or get him or her, you know, stressed out or whatever? You wouldn't like it happening to you, so why get joy out of doing it to someone else? That's basically my question to that too. Like, why do people do these things? It's like a perfect example. Let's say someone's having a party, right? So, like a house party or so. You know, there's food, there's drinks, all that shit, music. And then let's say someone, you know, drinks or whatever hell, spills something, or they're eating and leave crumbs or whatever, and you just have that, most people have that attitude like, not my house, I don't care. So who cares if I left crumbs? I don't have to clean it up. It's not my responsibility. So it's like we don't even like think of the poor person that's got to eventually clean that all up, because in our attitude, like in our minds and our attitude, like, who cares? We don't got to worry about it. So if we don't got to worry about something, if it doesn't contain dust in that, whatever it is, then who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? That type of attitude. But you wouldn't like it if it was the other way around, where let's say now you're inviting friends over to the house and then they're doing what you basically did to that person. Now they're doing it back to you. You wouldn't like that. Now you would say to yourself, oh shit, now I'm starting to feel the tables, you know, like this is what I'm saying. Like, people just self-centered, like just inconsiderate jerks, inconsiderate fools, morons. So this, you know, I'm just trying to give all these examples to try to make the video less confusing of what I'm basically trying to say all in this one particular video. You know what else also gets into this topic too, really? Like featureism and stuff. For example, let's say you're a man homeless. Well, yeah, that's all, you know, like we see that as it's very common. But if we see a female homeless, we feel it's like we have more sympathy for that female. Instead of having more, I mean, we shouldn't have more sympathy for the female or the man. It should be equal. We should feel bad and try to help that person, whether he's a he or she's a she. Also, like, there's once where I seen a video where there was a pretty girl, like a attractive looking woman who was homeless. And then I looked in the comment sections and there were people saying down below, she's too pretty to be homeless, you know. She's too pretty to have that life. She don't deserve that. Truth is, nobody deserves that. Just because she's pretty, I mean, right there, that's the only reason why she don't deserve that. So in other words, if she's not pretty, then, no, the hell with her. Who cares if she's homeless? Then she ugly or whatever, or, you know, she's unattractive in our heads or whatever. So who cares? So this is where this all goes as, like, same thing with a man. Oh, it's just a guy. So he's a bum, you know, he's a bum or whatever. So it's like, we care more for stupid things like that when it should really be even. No one deserves that life. No one deserves to suffer like that. Whether you're a girl, guy, a attractive looking woman, an unattractive, you know, whatever. And like I always say, I don't find really anyone ugly. I mean, and plus whoever, if I find someone ugly, might be good looking to someone else, you know. So it's like, it's all really just an opinion when you say that guy or that girl's that guy's handsome or that girl's pretty or whatever. It's all just really opinion. No, it's like, well, who I find attractive, you may not. So it all goes in that way. But basically what I'm trying to say all by this, dude, now to that person sees that female as pretty, she don't deserve to be in that situation. Truth is, it's true. She doesn't deserve to be in that situation, but no one deserves to be in that situation. That's the thing. We'll feel more bad for a pretty girl being homeless than if we were to stumble by a man being homeless, or an older woman, like an old whatever, an unattractive woman that we see, that we think is unattractive or whatever. So this is where I say it's just complete stupid. It's stupid. It's like it's all judged by featureism and I guess you could say sex, meaning gender. Where that takes a certain role, that if you're this certain sex, meaning a female, then you don't deserve that life. Oh, you're a man, that's different. Man up, man up. Can't say woman up, right? Female up, girl up, girl up. It's a little joke, but I mean, here's what I'm trying to say is no one deserves that, man. I don't care if you're a dude, and I don't care what race you are, white, black, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, whatever. No one deserves to have that type of life, being homeless, living in the streets. No one deserves it. But that's the thing. It's like certain type of people we see, we feel more sorry for them and because of their looks or because of their sex. It's like, for example, there's a homeless, they do like social experiments, which who knows how, if those are all staged and shit, but where they do a social experiment where a female is homeless holding a sign or whatever the hell, and they help her out. But when a guy is in the same exact shoes as her, doing the same thing, no one really helps him out that much. So it's like they favor the women more. And now making this video I ain't trying to like put women down or anything. What I am trying to do is just say like how we should all be treated equally. I respect women, and I feel women should respect men, at least, Obviously not the animal men, but that's just the thing. You got animals of every kind. Female animals, too. What do you think? We're just the only pigs? Wink. I want to just keep it neutral. I want to have respect for everybody. Girls, guys, aliens, ghosts, demons. Although I don't want nothing to do with a demon, but I don't want to get a demon pissed at me. That's basically what I'm trying to put that as. Let the demon do its own thing. Just stay away from me. Man, it's putting a little jokes into this, but I mean, all kidding aside, like, yeah, we should all be treated with respect. No one deserves that type of life. Women suffering from depression, we have more like, how can I put it to this? We have more what's that word, man? I always fucking forget certain things to say, my man. Like, give me a moment. Like, we feel more sorry for her because, let's say she's a pretty young lady and she doesn't deserve to be suffering from that type of illness. This way it all goes back to no one deserves to be suffering from that type of illness. No one deserves cancer. No one deserves anxiety. No one deserves depression. No one deserves to be unhappy. Everyone deserves to be happy. But unfortunately, that's just not how it works, which I wish it would be, but it's just not. But it's like we feel more sorry for certain type of people than others. And it could be because of their race. It could be because of their sex. It could be because of their looks. Just these stupid little things of why we may have more feelings and feeling sorry for that person for whatever reason. When in general, I feel sorry for anyone that has any type of issue or that's struggling for whatever it might be. No one deserves it. I'm saying this for men and women. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain in the background. Supposedly we're going to get some heavy downpours. But I guess that could be like a little ASMR. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to probably wrap it up there and get home before the rain gets any worse. I don't want to, because these roads actually do get flooded. The sewer system here suck. I mean, they help to a certain amount, but when you start getting heavy, I mean, it's not raining heavy now, but it might supposedly get worse. But when it starts like hammering down, these sewers back up real fast, man. It literally looks like a river here, especially on this block. I don't live on this block. I'm actually 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away from home, actually. But this road I know gets pretty flooded, so I actually want to get off this road ASAP. But I hope I made some good points in this video, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's race or sex. You know, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to respect everyone's sex and race and all that. You know, I want it all neutral. I want us to all be treated equally. And with me making this video, what is it going to solve? Pretty much nothing, but it's just a breath of fresh air of people hearing this type of, you know, rants that I say. And plus, even I sometimes watch my videos too, and I get my own self a breath of fresh air, because it's just true. Like, you know, like I feel like whatever I truly feel inside, I just like to describe it to the world, and the world basically to you guys to hear. And from whatever you guys think from there, you know, I mean, everyone has their opinion. You know, like I understand if people say certain things where they don't agree, or let's say they do agree. You know, I respect that. One thing I just don't like when people get nasty. I like everyone to be respectful towards each other. To me, to you people, you know, like, I just want everyone being nice, man. But sadly, I mean, that's just not the world we live in, unfortunately, which is the biggest problem. And this is pretty much why depression and all this shit pretty much happens, because we live in just such an unstable world. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'm gonna call it a night there, guys. Love you all, man. Hope everyone's doing as best as possible. Try to hang in there as best as you can. I'm trying to do the same as well as I speak. So yeah, anyway, signing off for now, guys. Love you all. Take it easy.